the Curieux. Mirin de Jo, the invulnerable man, was born in the Netherlands in 1912. He became famous for astonishing the medical community by piercing his body with all kinds of objects, seemingly without suffering any harm. De Jo gained international fame in the 1940s for his seemingly supernatural ability to pass various objects through his body, including swords and large needles, without sustaining injuries, bleeding, or feeling pain. The medical community, initially skeptical, was bewildered by de Jo's abilities, who underwent a series of X-rays and other examinations while objects passed through his body, confirming that there were no tricks or illusions in his performances. Mirin de Jo is remembered as a mysterious and enigmatic figure, a man who defied the limits of what is possible and left a lasting legacy of curiosity and admiration. Johnny Eck, the Half-Man, was born in 1911 in Baltimore, Maryland. He was an actor and horror artist who was born without the lower half of his torso. Despite his condition, Johnny did not let this hinder him from living an extraordinary life. He became a renowned performer, known for his impressive acrobatics and charismatic presence. Johnny was also a talented painter, musician, and filmmaker. His fame grew when he starred in the movie Freaks in 1932, showcasing his abilities and demonstrating that he was more than just a unique physical appearance. He challenged societal ideas about what it means to be normal and was an inspiration to everyone he met. Johnny Eck is remembered as an iconic figure in the sideshow world, a true example of resilience and talent. Martin Laurel, known as the Owl Man, possessed an extraordinary and unique ability. He could rotate his head 180 degrees. This rare and astonishing talent allowed him to look directly behind him without moving the rest of his body. Laurel fascinated audiences, defying general understanding and leaving everyone amazed by his unusual skill. His ability was not just a simple trick, but the result of years of training and a unique physical condition that allowed him to dislocate vertebrae without causing harm. He performed in variety shows and circuses, where he was often the center of attention. Laurel was born in Germany and immigrated to the United States, where he continued to dazzle audiences with his incredible ability. He is remembered as one of the most iconic and enigmatic figures in the sideshow world, a true symbol of human determination and fascination. Alice Elizabeth Dougherty, known as the Wolf Girl, was born on March 14, 1887, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. Alice's story is as unique as it is rare, as she became known for an extremely uncommon genetic condition called hypertrichosis lanuginosa, which caused her to be born with a thick layer of soft hair called lanugo, covering her entire body. From a young age, she attracted attention from those around her, and her parents decided to showcase her condition in sideshows. Despite the exposure, Alice lived a relatively normal life, surrounded by the love and care of her family. Her unique appearance made her a popular attraction in the circuses of the time, where she was billed as the Wolf Girl. Alice is remembered not only for her rare condition, but also for the dignity with which she lived her life, turning her difference into a means to support her family and delight the public. Myrtle Corbin, known as the Texas Four-Legged Girl, was born in 1868. Myrtle entered the freak show circuit at the age of 13 and was considered the Texas Four-Legged Girl. From a young age, Myrtle captured the audience's attention due to an extraordinarily unique characteristic. She was born with diplegia, a rare condition that gave her an additional set of smaller legs belonging to a parasitic twin that did not fully develop. This earned her the nickname the Texas Four-Legged Girl. Although she was born in Tennessee, most of her life and career unfolded in Texas, where she performed in circuses and sideshows. Myrtle lived a relatively long life for her time, reaching the age of 59. Pascal Pignon, better known as the Mexican, with two heads, was a Mexican railway worker who caught the attention of a sideshow promoter due to a large cyst on the top of his head. To enhance the visual appeal and curiosity of the audience, a facial prosthesis was created to resemble a second face, with makeup highlighting facial features such as eyes, nose, and mouth. Despite the exploitative nature of these exhibitions, Pinon was able to support his family with the earnings from his performances. He traveled throughout North America, where his shows attracted large crowds. Pascal Pinon is remembered as a tragic yet fascinating figure from the circus era. Pauline Musters, known as the smallest woman in the world, was born in the Netherlands in 1876. Pauline Musters lived a short life that lasted until 1895, reaching a maximum height of only 58 centimeters, a fact that catapulted her to worldwide fame. Her extraordinarily small stature made her a celebrity in the sideshow circuits of the time, allowing her to travel the world and perform for fascinated audiences. Pauline became a beloved figure to many, not only for her height, but also for her charm and vibrant personality. She performed in variety shows, captivating audiences with her presence and performances. Pauline Musters is remembered as one of the most iconic figures in the sideshow world. A woman who turned her small stature into a significant career. Sadly, she died of pneumonia and meningitis in 1895, at the age of just 19. Chapter 1. Prince Randian, the Human Snake. Prepare to be amazed by the incredible story of Prince Randian, also known as the Human Snake. Born in 1871 in British Guiana, he faced a tremendous obstacle right from the start. He was born without arms or legs, but that didn't stop him at all. Prince Randian had impressive skills. Despite his physical limitations, he was as agile as a cat and as strong as an ox. Using only his torso and head, he could move in a way that was unmatched. He could roll cigarettes, light them, and even shave using just his mouth. Randian became a superstar in freak shows in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. He joined Barnum's Circus, where sliding like a snake, he captivated and astonished crowds. Prince Randian was not just a performer, he was a symbol of courage and resilience, demonstrating to the world that physical limitations cannot stop someone from achieving great feats. Jan and Bunker were the first known and most famous conjoined twins, born on May 11, 1811, in Samoti, Sakon, Thailand, formerly known as Siam. They were joined at the sternum with their livers fused. The twins moved to the United States in 1829 and gained fame performing in circuses and fairs. In their acts, they performed a variety of feats designed to showcase their unique condition, frequently demonstrating how they were physically connected at the sternum, which was a significant attraction in itself. To prove their ability to lead a relatively normal life, they would perform everyday tasks together, such as walking, running, and completing simple jobs, showing how they managed to coordinate their movements despite being joined. Chang and Ang were never separated throughout their lives, but that didn't stop them from finding love, getting married, and even starting their own families. They set a world record for the most children born to conjoined twins, with a total of 21 offspring. Chang and Ang became well-known names and amassed a fortune while traveling across the United States. Felix, the Elastic Man, was born in Wisconsin, USA in 1858, and discovered from a young age that he possessed impressive abilities. Imagine being able to stretch your skin like sticky gum. That was exactly what Felix could do. But that's not all. Felix could bend his limbs completely backward without breaking. It was like having a superpower that defied the laws of human anatomy. He took his act on tour, dazzling audiences in museums and impressing crowds in circus performances such as those of the famous Ringling Brothers Circus. Experts speculated that Felix might have had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a condition characterized by weak connective tissue, resulting in skin that stretches like elastic and extremely loose joints. Felix is remembered as a fascinating figure in the sideshow world, a man who turned his condition into a means to entertain and demonstrate the extraordinary capabilities of the human body. Shitzy, the star of freak shows, was born in 1901 and was a fair performer known for his condition called microcephaly, which gave him a small head and some intellectual Thumb was not just a cute novelty. He could sing, dance, act, and even impersonate historical figures, making him a true one-man show. Tom Thumb took his act to Europe, where he mingled with royalty, including Queen Victoria. He became a household name, with his face printed on everything from trading cards to teacups. He proved that size doesn't matter when it comes to talent and charisma. General Tom Thumb is remembered as one of the most iconic figures in 19th century entertainment, a true pioneer who paved the way for future generations of performers. The man with two faces, was born into a noble and wealthy family in England in the 19th century and was cursed with a second face on the back of his head. Yes, you heard that right. A face that supposedly whispered to him at night, uttering repulsive and disturbing thoughts. Desperate to rid himself of this curse, Edward sought help from numerous doctors and spiritualists, but no one could offer him a solution. Ultimately, he fell into a deep state of despair and madness, reportedly taking his own life at a young age. The legend of Edward Mordrake lives on today, as a haunting tale that challenges medical understanding and captures the popular imagination. Edward is remembered as a tragic figure whose life was marked by a medical mystery that continues to intrigue and fascinate. Despite this, the story of Edward Mordrake is considered an urban legend, as there is no concrete medical or historical evidence proving his existence. Cuckoo, born in 1880 in Georgia, had a condition known as dwarfism, also referred to as bird-headed dwarfism. This syndrome gave her unique characteristics: a small head, a beak-like nose, and a recessed jaw. Despite her limitations, Cuckoo was a true star, captivating audiences with her joyful voice and charming personality. She became the talk of the town wherever she went, delighting the public with her charm and talent during her performances. Often, she wore a bird-like costume adorned with feathers and a tiara featuring a plume, reinforcing her nickname, the Bird Girl. Her performances included dances and eccentric movements that mimicked those of a bird, often flapping her arms as if they were wings. She participated in freak shows and circuses, including the famous movie Freaks, directed by Todd Browning, where she played a prominent role. Frank Lentini, the man with three legs, was born in 1889 in Syracuse, Sicily, and was an entertainer who was born with a third leg protruding from the right side of his body due to a congenital defect. Lentini didn't let this unique characteristic hold him back. Instead, he turned it into an opportunity to educate and entertain others. At the age of 8, his family moved to Connecticut, USA, where Lentini quickly became the main attraction in the circus and various carnival shows. He often joked that compared to others, he needed to eat 15% more to feed the extra leg. In his performances, Frank Lentini used his unique condition to entertain and impress the audience, demonstrating extraordinary skills such as jump roping and kicking soccer balls with his third leg. In addition to these activities, he shared his personal story explaining how he learned to live with his condition and how he found acceptance and success in the world of circus. Ella Harper, best known as the Camel Girl, was born in 1870 with a rare orthopedic condition called genu recurvatum, which caused her knees to bend backward, allowing her to move more easily on all fours. She became a popular attraction in circuses and freak shows during the 1880s, entering the world of Curiosities at the age of 9. Under the guidance of showman P.T. Barnum, she became a sensation, drawing crowds from around the world to see this girl with camel-like knees showcase her impressive skills, delighting audiences with her unique movements. She was featured in posters and advertisements promoting her unique abilities, often described as a wonder of nature. Despite her popularity in the entertainment world, she left the circus career in 1886 to seek an education and a quieter life. Little is known about her life after leaving the shows, but records indicate that she married and lived a relatively quiet life. Annie Jones, the bearded lady, was born in 1865 in Virginia, USA. She began showing signs of hypertrichosis, a condition characterized by excessive hair growth at a very young age. Her beard started to develop when she was just 5 years old. Annie was discovered by P.T. Barnum, one of the most famous entertainment promoters of the time, who included her in his renowned Curiosity show, the American Museum of Barnum in New York. Annie quickly became one of the most popular attractions at the museum, charming audiences with her unique appearance and charismatic personality. She was frequently billed as the Bearded Lady. Fannie Mills, the woman with large feet, was born in Ohio in the 1850s and suffered from a condition known as Milroy's disease, a form of congenital lymphedema that caused massive swelling, primarily in her legs and feet. This condition caused her feet to reach extraordinary dimensions, measuring an impressive 20 inches long and 8 inches wide. She was often advertised as the woman with large feet, and her condition attracted much curiosity and fascination. Fannie turned her unique condition into a career in curiosity shows, where she performed in circuses and museums. The demand for her performances skyrocketed, and she managed to earn significant sums of money from her shows, enabling her to support her family. Fannie passed away in 1899 at the age of 39. The exact causes of her death are not clearly documented, but her lymphedema may have contributed to health issues throughout her life. George and Willie Moose, the Martian ambassadors, were born black and albino in Virginia in the late 19th century. Brothers George and Willie Moose were kidnapped from their community in 1890. The brothers were taken from their mother, Harriet Moose, and ended up working under conditions that would today be considered coercive and exploitative in a freak show. Due to their unique appearance, caused by albinism, they were promoted as Echo and Echo, the Martian ambassadors, among other exotic and invented titles, distancing them from their true heritage. Despite the hardships and exploitation of working for several years in circuses, George and Willie became popular figures in curiosity shows, demonstrating resilience and musical talent. Eventually, they were rescued by their mother, leading to a legal battle for their freedom. Laval Charman, the trapeze artist and strongwoman, was a famous trapeze performer and vaudeville artist in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Born in 1875, Charman was known for her daring and innovative performances, as well as her impressive physical strength. One of her most famous acts involved performing acrobatics on the trapeze while naked, which caused quite a sensation at the time. Charman performed in various renowned theaters and circuses, becoming an iconic figure in the world of entertainment. She was revolutionary for several reasons. Firstly, she challenged the gender norms of the time that viewed displays of physical strength as a male domain. By showcasing her strength and acrobatic skills, Charman inspired many women, proving that they too could be strong and brave. She is remembered as a pioneer in the circus world, a woman who broke barriers. Lionel, the man with the lion's face, was born in 1890 in Poland and became well known. Known as the man with the lion's face due to his condition called hypertrichosis, which gave him a luxurious mane of hair on his face and body by the age of 4. He was sold to a German circus owner who saw the potential in his unique appearance. Lionel became one of the most popular attractions in sideshows, captivating audiences with his fierce appearance and genuine nature. He mingled with high society and challenged narrow definitions of beauty, demonstrating that true charm comes in all shapes and sizes. In his performances, Lionel used his unique look to create a captivating and fascinating show. He would often share his life story, explaining how his condition led him into the world of entertainment. In addition to simply showcasing his appearance, he performed acrobatic tricks and feats of strength, proving that his physical condition did not hinder him from being a talented artist. Lionel was a major attraction at many famous circuses, including Barnum and Bailey, where he was a popular and admired figure. He traveled extensively throughout Europe and America, gaining international fame. Lionel spoke several languages and was known for his intelligence and charisma, making him even more fascinating to the audience. Grady Stiles, known as the Lobster Man, was born in 1937 with a rare condition called ectrodactyly, which gave him claw-like hands and feet. Grady began performing at a young age, following in the footsteps of his father, who also had ectrodactyly. He became a popular figure in circuses, using his claw-like hands to perform tricks and manipulate objects in unique ways. Despite his fame and success as an artist, Grady Stiles' personal life was marked by tragedy and controversy. He was known for his abusive and violent behavior, especially when drunk. In 1978, Grady was convicted of murder after shooting and killing his daughter's fiancé on the eve of their wedding. Due to his physical condition, he received a light sentence and was put on probation. In 1992, Grady Stiles was murdered by a hitman hired by his wife, Maria Teresa, and their son in retaliation for the years of abuse they had suffered. The story of Grady Stiles is one of the darkest and most complex in the world of sideshows, revealing a tragic side of life behind the scenes. Isaac W. Sprague, known as the Human Skeleton, was a famous circus artist born in 1841 in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. He began to lose weight dramatically at the age of 12 due to an unknown condition that left him extremely thin. Despite having a normal diet, he could not gain weight, resulting in a skeletal appearance that became his trademark. Isaac began his entertainment career in 1865 when he joined P.T. Barnum's Circus and quickly became one of the most popular attractions due to his unique appearance. During his performances, Sprague showcased his thin body, often wearing clothing that highlighted his skeletal figure. He also shared his personal story with the audience, explaining how his condition affected his daily life. In addition to working with Barnum, Isaac Sprague performed at several other circuses and sideshows throughout his career. His medical condition remained a mystery, but some theories suggest that he may have suffered from an extreme form of muscular atrophy or a metabolic disorder. Lacey and Violet Hilton, known as the Human Marvels, were conjoined twin sisters born on February 5, 1908, in Brighton, England. They were joined at the hip and buttocks, sharing a circulatory system but having separate organs. Their lives were marked by both their talent as performers and the personal and legal challenges they faced from a young age. The sisters were exploited by their adoptive mother, Mary Hilton, who exhibited them in circuses and fairs. After Mary's death, they were controlled by her adoptive daughter, Edie, and Edie's husband, who continued to use them for financial gain. The sisters were trained in various performing arts, including singing, dancing, and playing musical instruments, becoming talented and popular on vaudeville stages. In 1931, Daisy and Violet sued their adoptive guardians for abuse and exploitation, ultimately achieving their freedom. From that point on, they began to take control of their own careers and finances. They appeared